Have you ever wondered how a simple idea of raising a few chickens can turn into a complete system that produces food, income, and stability for millions of people? Today, we are going to walk through the full journey of poultry farming, not as a technical manual, but as a living story that starts with a tiny chick and grows into a cycle of productivity, care, and profit. Imagine a quiet morning on a poultry farm. The air is slightly warm, controlled carefully to create the perfect environment. Inside the brooding area, hundreds of tiny chicks have just arrived. They are soft, fragile, and completely dependent on the farmer. This is where everything begins. These chicks are only a day old, and at this stage, even a small mistake can affect their future growth. The farmer gently places them under a heat source. Temperature is maintained between 32 to 35 degrees Celsius. If it gets too cold, the chicks huddle together and may suffocate. If it gets too hot, they spread out and become weak. So balance is everything. Clean water is placed in small drinkers, and starter feed is spread out so every chick can access it easily. This feed is rich in protein because the first few weeks are all about rapid growth. In the first few days, the chicks begin to adapt to their environment. They start eating, drinking, and moving around. Their tiny bodies begin to gain strength. The farmer watches closely, checking if any chick looks weak or inactive. Those that seem unhealthy are separated immediately to protect the rest. Hygiene is critical. The floor must remain dry, and the area must be cleaned regularly to prevent disease. As the days pass, the chicks begin to change. Their soft yellow fluff slowly turns into feathers. Their legs become stronger, and their movement becomes more confident. By the end of the second week, they are no longer as fragile as before. The temperature is gradually reduced because their bodies can now regulate heat better. By the third or fourth week, the chicks are ready to move into the grower stage. This is a big step in their life. They are shifted from the brooding area to a larger space where they have more room to move. Here, the environment is still controlled, but less intense than before. The feed also changes. Instead of starter feed, they are now given grower feed, which has a balanced amount of protein, vitamins, and minerals to support steady development. At this stage, proper space management becomes important. Overcrowding can lead to stress, disease, and slower growth. So the farmer ensures that each bird has enough room to walk, eat, and rest comfortably. Ventilation is also crucial. Fresh air must circulate continuously to remove harmful gases and maintain a healthy environment. Water remains one of the most important elements throughout this stage. Birds drink a lot of water, and even a short interruption can impact their growth. The farmer checks the water supply multiple times a day to make sure it is clean and available. Along with feeding and housing, disease prevention becomes a key focus. Vaccination schedules are followed carefully. Each vaccine is given at the right time to protect the birds from common diseases. The farmer does not wait for a problem to appear, instead, prevention is always the priority. As weeks go by, the birds continue to grow. Their bodies become fuller, their feathers stronger, and their behavior more stable. By the time they reach around 16 to 18 weeks, something important begins to happen. They are no longer just growing birds. They are now entering the production stage. This is the moment when the farmer prepares for egg production. The feed is changed once again, this time to layer feed. This feed contains higher levels of calcium and nutrients that are essential for forming strong eggshells and maintaining consistent egg laying. Lighting also becomes part of the system. The farmer controls the amount of light the birds receive each day. Usually, 14 to 16 hours of light help stimulate egg production. This is carefully managed because too little light can reduce production, and too much can stress the birds. Soon, the first eggs begin to appear. It may start slowly, just a few eggs here and there, but within days, production increases. Each morning, the farmer walks through the farm, collecting eggs from the nesting areas. These eggs are handled with care because quality matters in the market. The collected eggs are cleaned if necessary and sorted based on size and quality. They are then placed into trays. These trays are designed to hold eggs securely, preventing damage during storage and transportation. Some eggs are sent directly to the market for sale, while others are selected for hatching. Now we come to another fascinating part of the process. The selected eggs are taken to the incubation area. Instead of relying on a hen to sit on them, modern farms use incubator machines. These machines control temperature, humidity, and airflow to create the perfect conditions for embryo development. The eggs are placed carefully inside the incubator. For chicken eggs, the incubation period is about 21 days. During this time, the eggs are turned regularly. This movement is important because it prevents the embryo from sticking to one side and ensures proper development. Inside each egg, life is forming quietly. Day by day, the embryo grows, developing organs, bones, and feathers. The farmer monitors the incubator closely, checking temperature and humidity levels to make sure everything stays within the required range. Finally, after 3 weeks, the moment arrives. Tiny cracks begin to appear on the eggshells. One by one, the chicks break out of their shells. They are wet and weak at first, but within a few hours, they become active and fluffy again. A new cycle has begun. These newly hatched chicks are then moved back to the brooding area, and the entire process starts over again. This continuous cycle is what makes poultry farming such a powerful system. It is not a one-time process, it is a repeating chain of life, growth, and production. Now let's take a closer look at feed, because it plays a central role in everything. Feed is not just about filling the birds' stomachs. It is about providing the right balance of nutrients at every stage of life. Starter feed supports early growth. Grower feed maintains development. Layer feed supports egg production. Each type is carefully formulated to match the needs of the birds. The main ingredients usually include corn, wheat, soybean meal, vitamins, and minerals. Some farmers also add supplements to improve immunity and performance. Clean water always goes hand in hand with feed. Without water, even the best feed cannot do its job. Housing is another critical part of the system. A well-designed poultry house protects birds from extreme weather, predators, and diseases. It must have proper ventilation, enough space, and easy access for cleaning and management. Waste must be removed regularly to keep the environment hygienic.